Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Dip Dipianco.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Z Hervasio. Watch the game live and our past episodes on demand on the Pilipinas Live app for just 149 pesos a month. Available for download on Google Play or the App Store.
Let's begin tonight's show. The UAAP women's basketball has begun and already there were quite the upsets from opening day until just a few moments ago. Now joining us to talk about the storylines from the early action is UAAP analyst Danica Jose. Danica, welcome to the game.
Hey, Danica.
Thank you. Hello.
You covered the opening game
Yes.
for women's basketball. I just wanted to ask you how it's like na ngayon there's more spotlight that is given to the women's basketball tournament.
Actually, it's really a good opportunity for women's basketball in general to be recognized and at the same time have this platform, Pilipinas Live app, where a lot of fans, a lot of aspiring players can watch them to be on that stage, on that type of competitive level.
All right, and speaking of aspiring players, LaSalle already tallied their second loss so far.
Yeah.
So, in the theme of upsets that Dit mentioned earlier, like if you were Coach Cholo, what is going on your mind right now? How are we turning things around in the next few games?
Actually, I got the chance to talk to Coach Cholo night before the game, and he mentioned that he is really in a rebuilding process this season. So I don't think it's something that he should be worried about as early as the second game of the first round, mainly because there are a lot of teams who usually peaks in the second round or second part of the first round. So slowly, I think they're still trying to build momentum, and I don't think you can take away the fact that Coach Cholo is a well-experienced LaSalle coach. He's been part of the women's program for almost 7-8 years already. He also has this championship experience already, being part of the finals appearance, being part of the Final Four contender. So I don't think he should be worried at all. And of course, it's just going to be back to the drawing board as usual, preparing for the next game.
Yeah, Z, you're right. No, I'm also curious how Coach Cholo is feeling right now. But
Right.
I wanted to ask Danica kasi LaSalle, they lost twice lang last season in the eliminations. But yun na nga, sabi ni Z, dalawa na yung talo nila this time. Were you surprised that it came in the hands of FEU and Ateneo pa?
Actually, I was surprised because FEU only had 2 wins last round. So they placed in 7th last season. And it was a surprise to everyone, on a good note, of course, that Coach Bert Flores was able to prepare his team well. They were able to be ready with the defensive system of Coach Cholo. And of course, it also translated on the offensive end. They were really making their shots from beyond the arc. I think they were able to shoot 11 threes that game. So it was almost a perfect game. It was also a statement win for FEU that time na we're different from last season na parang we can be the underdogs already.
All right, a lot of shocking things happening, but we can remember that how LaSalle beat the streak of NU last year. So, too early pa siguro, but a lot of shocking things already happening. But speaking of another shocking thing, were you shocked that UP won over Adamson with 31-point outburst?
Actually, UP is one of the contenders this season. A lot of players to watch out for, new faces in the team, rookies, for the likes of Luna, Ozar, who is also part of the lineup. So UP is really a Final Four contender this season, I must say. They're, in terms of materials, kompleto sila. They have a foreign student athlete who is dominating the paint. They also have shooters who are ready for that opportunity. So I think UP is in a good position to be part of the Final Four since they were really performing well last Sunday.
5 players from UP scored in double digits. Who impressed you the most in that lineup of UP?
Normally, in terms of the teams, there are a lot of key players, right? But one player that stood out to me was actually Justin Domingo. She led the team at the start, was able to build that momentum, gaining the confidence for her teammates to actually follow. And I think she scored 17 points. Justin Domingo is one of the seniors of UP women's basketball. And I think she led the team pretty well on the first game.
That's right. Justine Domingo with 17 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Grabe. Pasabog talaga ang opening weekend nitong UAP. But let's talk about the powerhouses. How about NU? Ito na yung, kanina medyo may pasabog na si Danica, UP Final Four daw. How about NU? Will they be the powerhouse still this season?
I believe so. For the longest time, they have been the powerhouse teams. There are still a lot of teams who are, of course, it's hard to stay on top. And when you're on top, everyone's eyes are on you. You're always the target. And I think NU is still the target even this season, especially a lot of players who were able to gain national team experience, like Camille Clarin, Carl Anpingol, Angel Sorada. So those are the players that are calm, composed, and very much confident to play in the UAAP because they're so used to the pressure. They're so used to being what is expected from them. So I think NU is still very much up there.
And people were surprised actually last season that they got their first loss after a 100-plus game winning streak, right?
Yes.
9 years.
Are we gonna expect na this time kaya ba nila mag-sweep ulit? Can they go back to their winning ways?
Possible, but for NU, I don't think that's the main objective. Their main objective, obviously, just like any other team, is to win another championship, the 8th straight championship this season. So I think that NU is still in a good position, very good position this season.
Right. So meron tayong tinatawag na bagong fast talk. Instead of hot takes, we're actually calling this too early takes.
Too early.
By
2
Danica.
games pa lang eh. 2 game days, 3 game days. So
Maaga pa.
medyo maaga pa. Mag-alternate kami ni Zian asking you these questions.
goodness.
But
Okay.
your takes lang.
Okay.
No need to
I'm nervous.
go too deep into it.
Okay.
I think the players are watching. Baka
Oh.
hinihintay nila yung sagot nila. Alright, so first one is, who do you think has MVP potential?
Ooh,
MVP
wow.
potential for the past 2 games, I think, would be the foreign student athlete from FEU. That's Josie Caputo, scoring double figures, very dominant player to watch out for this season.
All right, next up, who is the breakout star of the season?
There were a lot of breakout stars last season, but I think another player to watch out for this season, making her rookie debut, is Luna Ozar of UP. So she played for the Gilas women's team as well.
Okay.
So very excited, looking forward to seeing her play for the UAP.
No sweat so far. Finally,
Grabe.
who is this
Bilis.
year's... parang
early
ready,
takes. Fast talk
parang
talaga.
ready si Danica sa mga
Ready.
sagot. Who is this year's underdog that's making the Final Four?
Ooh, I would have to go with UP. So I think UP would be a great Final Four contender this season.
I think enough said with that 31-point win
Yes.
against Adamson, right? And that's all the time we have. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Danica.
You survived the fast talk.
survived the
And
fast
thank you,
talk.
Danica, for joining us. We look forward to hearing more of your covering the games for women's basketball.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. And after the break, another Filipino books a ticket to the 2024 Paris Olympics. More on that story, so keep it here. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. Great news for the Philippines. Yumir Marshall is now Paris-bound after winning against Ahmad Guson of Syria by a second-round knockout. Woo! Let's hear more from Marshall as he reflects on his Asian Games journey.
Una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat ako sa ating Panginoon. Siya po yung naglagay sa akin dito. Kasi, pangalawa, nagpapasalamat ako sa aking asawa, sa aking pamilya, at sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa akin dahil uno na yung asawa ko, siya lang yung nagtiwala talaga sa akin. Una nagtiwala sa akin na kaya mo mag-Paris Olympic. Nung nasa US ako, nagte-training, naghanda para sa professional fight ko. Sabi ko, hindi na siguro para sa akin yung Olympics kasi dito na ako nagpo-focus. Pero yung asawa ko po yung nag-push sa akin. Sabi niya, kaya mo. Huwag mo bitawan yung pangarap mo na makuha yung gold sa Olympics. Kaya ito, nandito ako ngayon at siyempre nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon kasi siya po yung naglagay sa akin dito. Malaking pagpapasalamat ko din sa mga coaches ko sa US. Yung unang coach ko, yung Mexican coach ko, si George Capitillo. At siyempre yung coaches ko sa DLX Boxing Gym na si Keiko Roma. And then, siyempre yung mga kasamahan ko sa Nakalit Boxing Gym. Sila po yung sumusuporta sa akin at naniniwala sa akin na kaya ko mag-Olympics. Kaya, yun, inaalay ko tong laban na to para sa aking ama, sa aking asawa, sa aking pamilya, at sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa akin. Sa lahat po mga sumusuporta sa akin, sa mga Pilipino, sa mga naniniwala sa akin, sa pamilya ko, sa mga kaibigan ko dyan sa Las Vegas, lahat po, sila Ate Jasmine, lahat po naniniwala sa akin na kaya ko mag-Paris. Ito na ako ngayon. Road to Paris Olympic. Let's go!
And on that note, following a narrow 1-point victory over Iran in the quarterfinals, Gilas Pilipinas achieved a historic milestone by advancing to the semifinals for the first time since the 2002 Asian Games held in Busan, South Korea. They will compete today against China for a chance at a gold. Now here to give us more on this straight from Hangzhou is our very own Paulo Del Rosario. Pao?
Dip, Z, we all know about the Gilas Pilipinas team that's going to see action tonight in the semifinals of the men's basketball tournament here in the 19th Asian Games. But how much do we know about China? Let's figure that out.
Overall, there are 9 holdovers from the Chinese squad that saw action in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. 2 of those absent, though, are players with NBA pedigree in Kyle Anderson and Zhu Qi. Still, the Philippines has to be wary. Kevin Zhang leads China in scoring with 13.5 points per game, while 2022 CBA MVP Hu Jinchui is a 6'11" big man, averaging 13 points in the ASEAN. There is a lot of history between the Philippines and China in the Asian Games, with the Chinese team beating Gilas in Jordan Clarkson's first campaign in 2018. But with Gilas' comprehensive win against China in the World Cup still fresh on everyone's minds, this matchup already has more intrigue beyond the final spot at stake.
The Gilas Pilipinas men and China will see action tonight at 8 p.m. here in Hangzhou, China in the 19th Asian Games semifinals of the men's basketball tournament. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Pao. And with that, Filipino athletes continue to bring pride to the country, now bagging a total of 11 medals in the 19th Asian Games. And as of 3 p.m. today, the country is at the 21st spot with 1 gold, 1 silver, and 9 bronze medals. China still leads with 300 medals, while Japan and Korea are toe-to-toe in the final stretch of the 19th Asian Games.
And after the break, we'll debut a brand new segment featuring Signal HD spikers Ces Molina and Vanie Gandler. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game.
you're still watching the game. While all eyes are on the UAAP, the return of the Premier Volleyball League is just around the corner. We caught up with the reigning MVP, Molina, and rising star, Vanie Gandler, in our new segment called The Lineup. Hi everyone, this is Zihar Vasho, and dahil papalapit na ang susunod na PVL Conference, we are here for your Team Awesome Nation with the Signal HD Spikers. We got Vanie Gandler and your reigning MVP, Molina. Kaya naman kayo, guys. Ayan, so ngayon, alam natin, we wanted to hear some stories, some, encouragement from them. Kaya ngayon, I just wanted to ask, alam natin na it was such a roller coaster of the past few months, but kamusta? Anong ginawa natin after the PVL Conference? Let's start with our reigning MVP, Ses.
Binigyan kami ni Coach Hack ng rest talaga para makarecover kami dahil yung nakaraang conference talagang mabigat and talagang, naging mataas yung competition. So talagang pagod kami. Kailangan namin mag-recover para sa darating na conference.
How about you, Vanie? Sabi ko nga, parang mas roller coaster riding sa'yo because in a span of how many months, you were just in the UAAP, you jumped over to the professional ranks, and yung mas matindi pa, during the game, she attended her graduation, ran to a PVL game, and jumped in a game. So how was the past few months like for you?
Yeah, it's really been a roller coaster ride, but I'm not complaining. Like I'm in a place now I used to pray for. So
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for where I am right now. And it's been a really fun experience so far with Team Signal, and I'm enjoying.
How is it like playing alongside Molina?
No, Ate Ses knows that she's been my idol before pa.
Right.
So like in training when I watch her, and I always tell her, I'm like, wow. Even in games, I'm like, I love you, Ate. But yeah, of course it's amazing to be learning from her firsthand because I used to watch her videos before.
Wow.
And now,
Siniscout ka na niya, girl.
yeah, so that I can learn.
Okay.
Now I can learn from her like directly, so I enjoy it so much. And all our teammates on the bench always look at me whenever Ate Ses makes a point because I'm always like, even in tune-up games. Yeah.
Vanie Gandler, a new addition to your team, and looks up to you with so much respect. Kamusta yan?
I'm just so overwhelmed kasi parang ang dami mo na-inspire and yung mga great players din na makakasama mo na sasabihin nila sa'yo na nai-inspire sila sa mga ginagawa mo. And such a motivation para mag-work hard pa.
Speaking of working hard and motivation, let's talk about how you got the crown, the MVP award in the last conference. After so many years playing volleyball, can you tell us about ano yung nagbago? Siguro sa team, kasi team achievement din naman na podium finish. And cherry on top was the MVP award. Like, what changed in your routine, what you eat, how you slept? Anong bago?
I don't think na kailangan ko i-change lahat. I think it's about parang konting pressure yung dumagdag sa akin dahil syempre I need to prove something, I need to prove more kasi meron akong pinanghahawakan ngayon. But then, yung training ngayon, mas na-enjoy ko siya kasi I have something na may motivation ako ngayon na bago. And yung motivation na yun, gusto ko talaga na madala lahat ng team namin. Yung vibes, yung energy, gusto ko mabigay din sa kanila. And yun, sobrang happy lang ako na nakabalik kami sa podium finish. Dahil, from last conference, pang ilan kami. So, yun, tuloy-tuloy lang kami.
What's something that you learned that you had to improve on or to add on to your skill set now that you're in the professional level?
I think, of course, everything naman. My defense. I think my defense is one of the skills that really improved under Team Signal.
Okay.
I think everyone knows in Ateneo that it was really shaky.
Okay.
And Everything blocking. But I've been saying this since college, blocking, everything naman. My maturity in the court. So I think it comes to the more mental aspect of everything. So my maturity and the confidence that I have when I play.
Vanie was like a happy feel also to the team. So I really want to commend Vanie No, I'm just really proud of Vanie because whenever the team needs her, like, she always step up, especially sa mga crucial games namin. And yeah.
Oh, I'll add. For me, like coming into the team as a rookie, I got inspired because they're all veterans. They've been playing in the league for so long, but every day in training, I see that they want to learn. Yeah, so for me, as a rookie coming in, I was like, wow, like they've been doing this for so long, yet they're not tired of learning something new. I really see their passion and their commitment to improve. So that really pushed me to be like, okay, yeah, I have so much to learn in this team.
Speaking of learning new things, Ses, nakuha mo na yung MVP award. Inisip ng mga tao, ito na yung peak niya. But how do you feel being the reigning MVP? Ano sa tingin mo, ano pa yung pwede mo pang dagdagan? Skill set or stuff outside the court?
I think hindi lang sa sarili. Siguro the team has a lot to offer pa sa PVL, sa mga viewers and sa mga fans. Kasi sa Signal, hindi talaga kami natatapos. Hindi natatapos lahat yung skills namin. Every day, ang dami mo pang kailangan gawin. Ang dami mo pang kailangan trabahuhin. Sinasabi talaga, and pinapamukha talaga sa'yo ni Coach Shaq na hindi ka pa sobrang galing. Marami ka pang kailangan gawin. Hindi ka pa ganito ka veterans. Kailangan i-improve mo pa to. Lahat ng aspeto, lahat ng skills. Hindi dahil spikers ka, hindi mo kayang gawin yung ginagawa ng libero. If you're not blocker, hindi mo pwedeng gawin to. Whatsoever. Parang sinasabi ni Coach Shaq palagi na lahat kayo nagtitraining sabay-sabay, isa yung ginagawa. So, wala kayong hindi kayang gawin.
You've been part of the community for a while now. Sino yung pinaka-OG or idol mo outside of the Team Awesome Nation?
Wow.
Bawal teammate ka.
Sobrang dami, pero I would stick kay Ate Aiza. First, Ate Aiza Maizo. We've been teammate also. And you know kung gaano siya ka-versatile.
Yes.
Sobra. And being a left-handed, ang hirap pa sa akin.
Yes.
I think top 1 ko talaga si Ate Aiza. Second is Rhea de Maculangan. Being a setter naman, parang pangarap ko rin kasi dati na maging setter. But then, yeah.
Pares tayo.
Then, na-realize ko na mahirap kasi you need to be the driver of the team, ganyan. So, I think Ate Rhea, yung pinaka role model na setter para sa akin. And last is siguro si Don Macandili. So, si Don Macandili from defense talaga and yung first ball, lahat. Hindi siya tatawaging miss.
Everywhere.
Like everywhere.
Yeah.
Hindi niya kaya gawin lahat.
I agree. Most likely yun din yung top 3 ko. But let's hear it from Vanie. Sino pa yung iba mong pinapanood na videos before? Who's your top 3?
Number 1 has to be Tots Carlos from the last conference. Like,
Yep.
I think everyone's seen how much she's grown also, and it's pretty amazing watching her. Another one, of course, Ate Gia Morado.
Right.
Yeah, when she sets, it's like, wow.
G amazing talaga.
Yeah, and third, I don't know what this says. I don't know right now. I can't think
Someone that makes you think na, man, I wish I was her teammate.
Cici Randina.
Okay.
She just came in, but wow, I think everyone knows how much she's contributed in Chacamucho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright guys, huwag niyo masyadong galingan kasi maglalaro pa rin ako, hopefully. But thank you for your time today. Once again, this has been Vanie Gandler and Ses Molina of your Team Awesome Nation, and this has been Ziher Basho. Tune in to the game for more catch-ups and kulitan. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ziher Basho.
Catch us weeknights here on One News and on the Pilipinas Live app where you can watch us live and our past episodes on demand for just 149 pesos a month. Available for download on Google Play or the App Store. I'm Dip Dipianco and this has been The Game.